Day.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 574, NASDAQ up 166, S&P's up 62, gold contract up $15.30, trading at $19.07 an ounce. You get silver up 28 cents, $24.32 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $1.37, $38.15 a barrel. Notes and bonds. The 10-year note down 8 ticks, 138.01. The 30-year off almost a full point at 171.28. And King Dollar's getting smoked, folks. Down 6.75, 93.454. The euro is at 117. The yen is at 104.65, and the British pound is at 130 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
We made it, man. It's election day. And the markets, they're making it, man. How about this run?
It's here. There's no doubt about it. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade. Think or swim as we do each Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, you want to understand the option market, option strategies, defined risk, futures, outstanding program. 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't test-driven yet the Thinkorswim platform, very easy to do, folks. You're on our website right now. Hit the banner. Bring it up to allow you to trade with paper money. You can follow Kevin and his team every trading day. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. Well, we made it. Like Tommy said, it's finally here. So hopefully part of the questions that are looming about this stock market and this economy, some of them will get answered tonight. I don't think we'll get an answer tonight on who the president is, but I think we'll have a clear leader in the clubhouse. I don't know if it'll be official yet, but it'll be a clear idea of who it's going to be, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then the real question is that what's the market going to do, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my ideas of what I think it's going to do based on the scenarios. So I just think that one candidate is much better for the U.S. economy and the stock market than the other. I'll put it that way.
There you go. I like it. You know, it's going to be amazing is that, I mean, the deviance in markets in general, Kevin and folks, are always out here. So, we know that in 2016 we were up, down, all over the place. And, the bottom line is that we don't necessarily have to be that way. We can just trend one way. That's the other side of it. People, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, man, I know that the volatility's been high, and the volatility's been right. That's right. When you look at how we traded even the last few weeks, the bottom line is that, we have been in a downtrend, but inside that downtrend, folks, there's been plenty of uptrends every day, man. I mean, it's really intriguing, man.
These are great, Tom. These are great trading markets.
Seriously.
That doesn't mean you're always going to be right.
No.
But there's still a ton of opportunity in these markets. So, listen, you got Apple, 25% off its high.
Yeah.
That will probably look inexpensive to a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
If they get 5G right and if a lot of things go right. You've got stocks like Boeing that are trading a fraction of what they were right as the 737 looks like it's about to get put back in the air. So there's still opportunities out there to trade. I mean, they're everywhere, right? There's stocks that are expensive. How about Wayfair's movement today? I mean, that stock was up a ton this morning, and it came all the way to be down on the day, and I think now it's back up. Let me look.
Now
it's basically unchanged.
Yeah.
But that stock traded, I believe it was over 280 today, early this morning.
Yep. Pre-market.
I
right?
got a print of $300.95 on my Thinkorswim platform right out of the gate, Kevin.
That's amazing. Think about that.
It
That's
is.
$45 higher than it was right now, pre-market. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on out here. There's a lot to trade still. No matter who's president, there'll still be a lot to trade.
There's no doubt. You know, it's going to be intriguing here, Kevin, is watching these rates. You know, it's like, you know, they've been, you know, percentage-wise, folks, it's pretty amazing. The last 90 days, the low is 0.50, and we're at 0.787 right now today. So,
and Tom, here's the thing. When you look at the 10-year yield and you see 0.88, and you're like, okay, where does that connect the dots? Where do I? Well, look at the financials.
yeah.
And remember what these financials do, Tom. They store people's money. They have trillions and trillions of dollars that the net interest margin, the difference between the margin that they pay and the interest rates that they receive are going up. And that's like a free dividend to all these financial firms.
Isn't that amazing?
That's why whenever you see that 10-year yield uptick, the financials go with it.
And as you just said, Kevin, it's trillions of dollars that they have in those little vaults digitally.
Sitting there.
That's
right.
Yeah. So, you know.
And so think of what 0.1% is on the 10-year yield.
Yes.
Right? Moving from 0.8 to 0.88. Oh my goodness! It is an exponential return for these financial firms.
No, there's no doubt. And, you know, we'll see. I mean, the tech stocks, you know, lately outside of Google, you know, bottom line have, you know, had some weakness in them. So it's going to be intriguing to see, you know, how this shakes out. And I'm trying to figure out myself, is that, okay, it seems like no matter what administration comes in, they're going to get a handle on these monster tech stocks. And it's going to be it's going to be like who gets away a little. Do you know what I mean? You know,
in a world of partisan politics, the tech companies have managed to be hated by both sides.
Yeah.
It's one thing that both sides agree on, and that is they are not happy with the social media and tech companies in general. So I think the horizon for them is just less clear than it is for some other names.
I was just going to say they've reached the point so far past the tipping point that, you know, it's kind of uniting everybody, which is so difficult these days, but it's happening, man. And it's
Tommy, which isn't easy.
Yeah, seriously.
Right.
But it's happening for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their stranglehold is a bit too much. That's the real bottom line.
Just for the betterment of society, and we all see it. Exactly.
Right.
And let's not even make a decision on that. Let's say they win or they lose. Look at what Microsoft did when it was under the scrutiny of the government for years.
Oh, yeah.
And what it did, it stopped in its tracks. It just didn't move for years and years.
I know.
And so that's what you know, good news or bad news, finally, it'll take a while, and it'll wear on the price of the stock.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And then it's going to almost be like, I can imagine if all of us were owners of one of those stocks, you're just hoping that the other guy has a bigger target on his back, right? They take care of that person first.
I mean, I'm sure they sit in front of Capitol Hill and go, "No, it's that guy."
Exactly.
It's that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you gotta love it.
It's like that law in the jungle, right? I don't have to be faster than the lion. I have to be faster than the other guy.
Exactly, man.
That's right.
I love that.
Just don't be the slowest guy out there, and you're
Seriously,
fine.
Exactly.
Folks, 45 minutes from now, outstanding program. Kevin, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the program.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Dow is up 577. Nasdaq's up 188. S&P's up 63. We'll come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Tom and Tommy O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 630. NASDAQ is up 210. S&Ps are up 72. Percentage-wise out here, folks, you get the Dow up 2.3%. You get the NASDAQ 1.9. S&Ps 1.7. So bottom line, Tom, is that we are starting off the day with a market that is trending higher, man.
Pretty interesting, especially in light of yesterday's big gains and in light of where we were in terms of the final hour or so trading on Friday. I mean, you look at these lows we had, man. I was looking at the numbers. So the S&Ps right now are 150 points. We're approaching 5%, man. You buy the lows on Friday afternoon, and it's not some crazy low. I mean, you were jumping around at this 32, 30 level, you know, for a while in terms of the lows of Friday. And we're almost 5% above that level in the S&Ps right now at 10:30 on Tuesday. And the Dow is more than 5 points, man. The Dow up 670 points right now. I mean, we're an even 1,500 points up in the Dow right now just from where we were early Friday. So big moves, man.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's what's intriguing here is like, I'm sure there'll be some kind of news during the daytime, but the news is really going to start coming in. You know, I was listening to your program, and I didn't realize that Florida closes so early, 7 o'clock at night. That's early, man.
They do, and so part of Florida in the Panhandle, a different time zone, though, man. Florida's got it all going on, right? But yeah, Florida starts counting all the ballots early. You know, this article from the Tampa Bay Times out there, I think it was yesterday, just kind of breaking down how it goes and the legality, actually, of when they have to publish them, right? So polls close at 7 p.m. local time, but part of it includes the Western Panhandle, which is an hour behind on Central Standard Time. In Florida, election officials, they've already begun processing all those early votes, and those will be among the first results Floridians will see when they close. State law requires county election officials to report all early voting and already tabulated vote by mail results within 30 minutes of the closures, and then they need them every 45 minutes after that as they get some precincts coming in. Florida will be one of the earliest ones out there, man.
Yeah, they have it together. You know, the primaries, folks, it was just absolutely amazing. It literally 2 minutes past, I thought it was 8, but it was probably 7. All the results were in. You know,
and I would agree. No matter, don't listen to the speculation today. You're going to hear about people conducting, what kind of polls they call them, right?
Exit
people
polls, you mean?
Exit polls. Thank you. I wouldn't be too concerned with that and let it deviate from anything that you got going on, because there's just they got to fill the time, man, and we don't know anything until the polls hit, and that's at 7:00 tonight.
No doubt. We know that market. The S&Ps are up $78. Yeah, let's go take a look at this.
It's not stopping, man.
Exactly. This is a trend up in a big way. And if we take a look at it, let me see how many days I got to actually go back here. And the S&P. Okay, so you go back to the S&P. We are at the beginning of basically the downtrend that was out there on the 27th. You know, it just ate all of that pretty quick. NQs, we take a look at the NQs, NQZ.
Looks much different, the NQs on the chart that...
They are. Yeah, it's intriguing because the NQs have been the weakest. That being said, bottom line this morning, man, it's been a one-way trip. There's no doubt. Now, the difference with the NQs are, now this is where this gets really intriguing, is that, let me open this just a little bit more. Okay, so I got to put it over there. Is that you're coming right into, let's see, the bottom of that bar is 11,317. Yeah. So with the NQs.
It's the close of Thursday, right? Just say, okay,
yeah. At 1550. That's, bottom line, the way it's trading is that, it could get through it, but that's the number you want to keep your eye on, folks, because that was the first big sell down on the 29th inside of the NQs. So we'll see whether it can basically get through there. But you can see the different setup. It's pretty intriguing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That and then inside the NQs, the strength versus the weakness out here, you got PDD is up 8%. You get Tesla up 6%. You get Dexcom up 5.6. Lam is up 4.7. Taken away from it, PayPal's down 2.8. You get Skyworks off 2.2. Fox is off 1. So not a lot of big numbers there. Hey, how about, well, we got to talk about this, folks. This is like about as sick as you can get, meaning over in China.
I was like, you know what? Today there's a lot of things that we got to talk about, but I figured you were going to the ant. Hey, you gotta got Beijing's got to be behind you, man, if you're doing anything over there, right?
Oh yeah, and listen, the bottom line is that Jack Ma just opened his mouth a little bit too early, folks. What happened here? So you had the government of China shut down the IPO. And inside of this, okay, so look at this. Did you see this part, Tom? That what happened last week is that Jack Ma.
I think the quote was right at the top. Even
is it? Okay.
Yeah, like the first words there in that speech. Apart from there you go,
yes.
Right? So apart from labeling the global banking Basel Accords as an old people's club, Ma said systematic risk is not the issue in China. Rather, China's biggest risk is that it lacks a financial ecosystem. Chinese banks are like pawn shops where collateral and guarantees are the hard currencies. As the current Chinese like to say, if you borrow 100,000 won from the bank, you're a bit scared. If you borrow 1 million won, both you and the bank are a little nervous. If you take 1 billion won, you're not scared at all the bank is. Just a lot of comments over there, right?
Oh, yeah. And he did it at the wrong time, folks. 1 week ahead of time. And that's what, and I suspect there's a lot of people that are going to lose a lot of money because what had happened, there's a gray market in Hong Kong, and the shares were going for 50% above, folks, and there's an exchange that they trade on. They're going for 50% above the aspect of what they thought they were going out on the IPO. And so, guess what? Whoever bought those, they're toast, man.
They were getting ahead of the IPO pop, right?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
risky.
He might be getting sent to re-education camp, man. If
man,
depends how old you are with that, folks. That goes back a long time. It goes back when I was probably 20 years old. But they actually had such a thing. Do you know what I mean? As a re-education camp in China.
I wouldn't be surprised if they still have them, man.
Yeah.
I say it's no.
Yeah,
I'm not.
actually,
I say completely seriously.
Yeah. No. They actually.
This is China we're talking about, man.
Exactly.
They got a dictator that's in there for decades. You're telling me that?
Yeah,
anyway.
I would agree. I guess before they used to basically just say, we're sending people re-education camps.
Sure. They were more out there with it. Yeah.
Pretty wild.
It is, man.
877.
Hey, how about, you know what, we're going to go into a break. I tell you, we'll tease this because I talked about it a little bit. I just wanted to look at the election numbers, man, on Bloomberg, man. 98.8 million votes. And we'll take a look at some of these states in terms of the numbers. So pretty cool in terms of the turnout. You got to love people voting. We'll talk about it after this break.
Biggest turnout, no doubt. Dow Industrial's up 652, NASDAQ up 222, S&P's up 75. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 634, Nasdaq's up 221, S&Ps are up 74. So, let's go through some numbers.
Just taking a look at some of the numbers, man. That doesn't have to do with speculating about the election or anything to do with that, right? But just an amazing turnout, 98.8 million. Remarkable how the collision of different things occurring in terms of technology taking shape, in terms of the divisiveness of the election, possibly bringing people out, and then the pandemic shutting things down, causing people to really realize the ease of mail-in balloting. I voted myself. I could have voted early, man. I've been to the grocery store. If you're going to the grocery store, if you're out in public, right, wear a mask, social distance, and I probably would have just voted early. But I really wasn't aware of how easy it was, man. I voted by mail, and it was simple as can be, and I'll probably do it again every election out there. I was able to go online and check that my ballot's already been received and counted, and I mailed it.
That's awesome that you can actually go online and do that. Because I'm worried that my writing's so bad that I don't know what signature they have, like when I first signed up.
It's a great point,
now.
the signature
deal.
Yeah.
It's
a great point, man. I found myself actually wondering myself what signature they had, because I had just renewed my license almost days before, ironically.
Okay.
I voted, and I said, are they going to have the one I just did there, or do they have one when I registered to vote?
So they have one for me like 30 years ago, 22 years ago.
It's possible, exactly.
But it's great that you can check that. I didn't realize. Well, I realized you could check it later, but that's the big deal. You can check it after the fact. Right?
So do some Googling. Pretty easy to find. I think you just go to your county election site and you can check from there.
Right.
So Florida, man, Florida. We're at 93% of the total turnout here. Cool write-up and interactive chart here from Bloomberg. We got almost 9 million votes in Florida. We probably got 9 million now if you count people voting already this morning. But early votes, counting mail-in and early, we're at almost 9 million. The total election was 9.6 in 2016.
Wow.
Texas.
That's intense, man. That's unbelievable.
Texas is already at almost 110% of their total turnout. They're at 9.7 million votes. They only had 6.5 early, and they only had 8.9 total. So they get 800,000 extra votes already going into Election Day. Some of the Pacific Northwest states right up there at almost 100%. So it should be interesting, man. And then the states that start counting those early mail-in ballots today, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, right? I mean, big numbers, man. You're talking about 2 million almost votes in Wisconsin early, and I'm not sure what the breakdown is from mail-in versus early. But Michigan, you're at almost 3 million, and Pennsylvania, you're at 2.4 million, man. So those would be the states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, potentially start counting those ballots today. That if it comes down to one of those three states, man, that's the most plausible scenario, that it takes a couple days to count. Just opening, even running those ballots through machines, man, opening millions of ballots and putting them in the machine.
Yeah.
It's a lengthy process.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Let's get over. Yeah, I want to go over and take a look at the Qs again, because when you see this, folks, we were just right before that. We were just talking about the differential inside of the two different indices, and you're going to see something here that's pretty amazing. I'm going to put the Qs up right now. So we're talking about the same bar. That bar inside the Qs. This is from the 29th. The bar inside the Qs is 276.13. Well, we made it to 276.36, and it stalled. We'll see how this shakes out, but this is a heads up, man. If I go back to the NQs, what do you see? This is like crazy, man, when this happens, because it's like, okay, you got a seller that's laying up there, and, this is just true resistance. That's what it comes down to, folks, okay? And that number, what did I say? It was the 11,317, I believe. Yeah, there it is right there. So we'll see. We'll see how these Qs react at this point. We got 11 points over that number. And we'll see whether, this day they want to sell some of these tech stocks, and they're going to basically run them higher, so.
And it's really interesting trying to figure out, why the market might be trading this way in anticipation of the election tonight, because there's so many variables at play. I mean, the obvious, there's a lot of almost obvious ones out there. Number one, Democrats could raise the taxes on corporations again, right? Okay, well, that could cause some selling. Maybe you get some capital gains taxes. The flip side of that is that if Democrats get the presidency and the Senate, you may see a rapid stimulus that would cause stocks to accelerate. So there's these two dichotomies here of each side having its own argument or, debate argument to make in terms of why stocks could be trading higher, pointing to their victory tonight. Both of them legitimate, man. So we'll see.
No doubt. And, you know, we get over to this dollar, okay, you look at this dollar, once again, it couldn't hold price at this 93,911 number. And you're moving lower with conviction. So it's like, man, we've been here for so long now. It's pretty amazing, folks, okay? And it's had every right to get over it and stay over it. And it can't do it. And that's just telling me, man, that this dollar really is going to run down to, you're 93. It's going to run to 88, man. And it would make sense because the money's getting swished all over the world. This is not just the United States, by the way. I mean, this is like everywhere. I think there's actually, we're going to have a different definition of money in another probably 4 or 5 years, meaning the amount of money that they had economies put inside the marketplace, just to keep cash flow going. I can see it. It makes sense to me. And what's intriguing about it, I'm trying to figure out why this didn't make sense years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, all it is a vehicle. It's a vehicle for cash. And if cash flows in economies, folks, economies will do better. That's the bottom line. The real question is that who gets the cash and when they get the cash, right? I mean, that's where, for sure.
Listen, that's the argument that's made for universal income, out there. Saying, listen, the pie that we have as a government is basically the collective pie of all the citizens. And the citizens actually benefit more if the people that need money to consume the most receive a portion of money for a universal income. And as we reach levels of automation that we're coming right down to in 10 or 20 years, man, there's going to be a need for something, man, because you're going to have the ability of somebody like Bezos to be running a multi-trillion-dollar empire with computers.
Right. Well, so, they got to get a handle on that. That's for sure. It's happening, man. Depending on how long you've been in the marketplace, folks, it makes zero sense that CEOs get the amount of money they get. I mean, I've seen it escalate in my career. In the last 30, 40 years, it wasn't like this. I mean, I feel even your generation, Tommy, younger generations, I mean, we were buying things like my first house was $14,000, okay? You can make the argument that, inflation and all that, but it's a lot easier paying $14,000 for a house than $300,000 now. There's no doubt. Because how do you save the money? How do you even save the beginning of it? When I bought the house at $14,000, folks, I had 25 cents in my pocket. I swear to God. I was walking up the street to the South Boston Savings Bank. I had a business, and they knew me, and they gave me the money, but we know that that's communities like that doesn't happen anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, you get a truck, you're running around the street selling hot dogs, we'll give you the money, right? Could you imagine walking to a bank right now?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
See you later, man. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. We have the Dow up 600, NASDAQ up 200, S&P's up 70. We'll come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 590, Nasdaq's up 193, S&Ps are up 69. Let's go take a look at this gold contract because we're approaching GC trend line, folks, that I suspect gold's going to go after, and we'll see whether it can basically get its head up above it. So if we take this, we're up $17 right now. You got volume out here of 123. Oh, we're going to be right at it, too. Interesting, man, okay? Look at this thing. Our famous Mr. Bud Rolfs. So, oh, look at this. Interesting. So the line, okay, so it's higher. It's 1917.56. That's the number that it's going to go after. And the last time we get up here, I couldn't make it, you know? So we could. It's almost time like this is going to just set up here, wait for tonight and see what goes on. What blows my mind, it doesn't seem to me, no matter who's going to be there, they're going to put more money into the market, but guess what? I guess one administration...
I would disagree greatly, and I would say that tonight matters greatly in terms of what a stimulus looks like.
That's how big. That's what you're saying. Yeah, right.
Well, there's senators in there as well. I mean, for sure.
Right.
We did the Senate already put out what they want. They want like $500 billion. The Democrats want $3.8 trillion. Right.
Right. So maybe we'll get a signal today, folks. You never know. Meaning, with this
and that's what I'd say. We're getting a signal, but I don't know what it's coming from.
Yeah, exactly.
That's and I would agree that it would be. I would not expect some huge drastic difference by the end of the day, because we know everything we're going to know by 3 or 4 p.m. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no news that's going to change what this market is waiting for, which is the election tonight that's going to come out from today to tomorrow, I don't imagine. But, man, there's nothing like the final hour before the presidential election, right?
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at Freeport-McMoRan. It's up 53 cents out here today. Now, this has been on a tear, folks. The last 6 months, we just went from $8 up to $18.77. And you get action, man. I mean, that's the bottom line. Now, this looks to me this is making its way all the way up to this $20.25. That's on the weekly. Let me put this. Yeah. So, this is basically going to try to get up and over the consolidation it's been in since 2015. So we'll see if it can make it. That's the bottom line. And that's, HG, let me just see what copper's doing out here. So you got copper running at up 3.5 pennies. Copper, to me, folks, wants to go a lot higher. Has been going higher. We just went from 235 a pound to 311. You broke topside. You had the volume. You backed down yesterday. You're going right back topside. So that's saying we're still going to be building out here, man. That's saying that China's still in the marketplace. So
sure. And I think we got a caller out there.
Oh, cool.
We got Mark in Fort Collins. What's happening, Mark?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Hey, happy Election Day.
Happy Election Day, man. That's right.
Hopefully.
There you go. That's right. All's well.
Right. Anyways, Canopy Growth. I was looking at the ABC app, but it's coming off the top with some big volume today, and I was wondering what your thoughts are.
Let's take a look. You got Canopy Growth. The low's $9. The high's $25.97. This little baby's been on a tear.
It looks like it's going to average. It looks like it's going to get 20 to 24 million shares today, which is way more than it went up with yesterday. So I was wondering if you still think the ABC is in play, depending on how this bar is looking.
Yeah, I still like it.
Okay.
This is heavy. There's no doubt about it. Let me just see something for a second. AQR. So what I'm looking for here, folks, if you're watching, okay, so someone, let's see, 50,000.
We dumped a bunch earlier.
Yeah. If you're watching Tiger TV here, what you're looking at, these are the block trades in the order of the highest to the lowest. So there's someone's moving it, man. There's no doubt. That's a lot of shares, man. You can see the one. Wouldn't count the one on open. That's just you never can figure out what on open. But this next one at 50,000, that's a sell, man. And then you get another 24,000. Yeah, until. This might. What happens is that you can turn into a complex ABC down, right? Well, here, let me just see something else. So if I do it this way, if you do it on a weekly basis, it's still going to probably get enough juice. Oh, I see what's happening here. So 2219 is 68 million. We hit 2167. Most times, Mark, let's picture this. Well, what we haven't done yet is got back to the breakout area yesterday, which is $19. So that's saying that someone's stopping it right in the middle of the deal here.
Right.
That means
I'm in it like 18 and a quarter-ish.
Yeah.
18. And
there it is,
I was pretty happy about the ABC up forming, but was a little nervous about the volume coming back.
Yeah. So you see where I got my cursor? This is really intriguing, actually. That was the opening yesterday, right? The top of that is 1974. I would say, listen, man, if you close above 1974, I'd stay right where you are. If you close underneath it, I'd take the bread, because that would be saying that you could get back in it like at that 1870. It would probably go back to the beginning of that break. Do you know what I'm saying? Break topside?
Yep. Okay, that makes some good sense. Thank you.
Yeah. So, you ready for a big night?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm open.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk politics on your show, but I know where my heart is. So.
Yeah, we're all going to be alive and kicking after this, and hopefully we all can get along. So
exactly, that's the key.
That is the key, man. There's no
Sounds
doubt.
good.
There's no doubt. Cooking, brother.
Human and kind. We need both.
Oh man, I'm telling you. It's so weird, man. I love all these National Geographic shows and all this stuff, and I'm saying to myself, humans are pretty weird, man. I mean, there's no doubt. We're not as kind as we might think we are sometimes,
Yep.
So
Yep.
Pretty wild.
I want lying to be wrong again. That's my motto this year.
You want what to be wrong?
Lying to be wrong again.
Lying?
Lying.
Oh, lying. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Seriously, man. That's about as sick as you get. Okay.
All right, man.
Okay, man. Have a great
Thanks,
one.
Mark.
Have a safe one.
Hey, how about some of these cannabis stocks? Cannabis stocks out here, man, giving it up just that quick from yesterday.
I know. Well, yeah, and let me just go to Constellation, because Constellation was a rocket ship. Yeah. Oh, look at it, still going, man.
It sure is, man. Quite a rocket ship.
Look at this. Constellation Brands, folks, just went in 3 days from 160 to 184.
Yeah, and Morgan Stanley upgraded it today, I think, on the heels of maybe that run yesterday, but they upgraded it to overweight, so that's a big thing pushing them today, I think, getting a big upgrade for Constellation. Yesterday, probably having to do a little bit with the CGC, but those cannabis stocks, man, and they're so volatile, even when they're skyrocketing it up. I mean, you were at $18.75, you closed yesterday at $21.50, you're back to under $20.
They're like gold stocks, man. I mean, the bottom line, if you're in those markets, you got to open your stops up, man. I mean, they're different stocks, man. There's no doubt. Stay right there. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 611, Nasdaq up 214, S&Ps are up 72. We got gold up 1750, and King Dollar still keeps going lower, down 789, 800 ticks right now. So the dollar's getting weaker. Let me just see, is it the euro that's getting stronger? Let's see. So the euro, and these guys aren't in great shape either, but yeah, the euro's getting stronger. The pound also getting stronger. Try to figure that one out, Tom. The country's locked down and they're getting stronger.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it was. We saw it all last week, man. This, and things could change, but at least right now, right? As in the pain. I mean, the euro-US dollar went from almost 119 down to 116.5 before this bounce, and so there was. I mean, the numbers were stark, man. They're stark right now in the U.S. We're at a 7-day average of 85,000 cases a day right now. So stark numbers, man. But the S&P pulled back last week, 250 points almost. So
no
that's the way, as in, that's. We'll see what happens, man. We're going to take one of the variables out of the equation at least tonight or over the next few days, and then we have the COVID equation, no matter what, in terms of how that impacts the market. But we're going to get
tomorrow's going to be stimulus and COVID.
I can't. I was listening to a debate tonight on earlier this morning on Bloomberg. And one of the hosts asked a guest, they said, if you could find out who won the presidency or the Senate ahead of time, which one would you want to know? And it was just an interesting question to think about because there's so much control, of course, in the Senate, as there should be. Equal branch of government. There you go.
Wow. Stay right there, folks. We got Think or Swim coming up next. Man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rose, Dave. Wait, I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go vote, folks.